Hey guys, how's it going? And today I have a very interesting topic for you guys. Kind of talking about something Wargaming has taken a look at recently and has looked at in the past and have taken a more, I guess, stern stance against. And this would be the topic of match rigging, fixing, boosting, cheating, mod usage, that sort of idea. So if you look at the replay, you'll notice I'm not looking at my own ship. I'm actually in the third-person camera view on the replay file, so it's going to be a little bit jagged with my movements because it's all mouse controlled and it's a bit funky. But you'll notice I'm looking at this carrier. Now, this carrier has been matched against two players on the enemy team in the same clan. One would be the other carrier, and one would be a Minotaur. Now you'll notice by the mini-map our whole team is headed south while our carrier is heading north. Originally you would think this is just because the carrier is, not the most aware player and maybe they'll turn around. But you'll also notice neither carrier is currently bothering each other's attack aircraft. Even though the enemy carrier's fighters are right around the friendly carrier's torpedo bombers and all the friendly carrier's fighters are around sea. Now, the Minotaur that just popped up across the map is the one that the enemy, or our friendly carrier, sorry, I'm getting them all mixed up. Our friendly carriers matched against in the same clan. Now, where are all the friendly carriers' fighters going? Well, they're going right to that Minotaur. Now, why would a carrier want to put 3 squads of fighters over top of arguably one of the best anti-aircraft ships in the game? Could be for spotting, but why would you spot them across the map on a side that none of your clan is? Why would you use all 3 fighter squadrons? It's a bit weird. Other thing to note, that Minotaur is basically going that way alone. Our Hakuryu is going that way alone. Enemy carrier still hasn't touched any friendly planes from our friendly carrier. Friendly carrier hasn't harmed the enemy carrier's planes. If you haven't guessed it yet, they are boosting. Neither carrier is attacking each other, and the friendly carrier is feeding all their fighters to the Minotaur. Now, this wouldn't normally happen if the team had split. But since the carrier is alone, the Minotaur is alone, and the enemy carrier isn't in any danger yet, they're safe to sit there and boost. And this carrier is actually going to be about 10 kilometers away from that Minotaur. And until the enemy team starts shooting our carrier, that Minotaur is not going to shoot this carrier. It'll have every opportunity in the world to get out into open water and shoot this carrier, but they don't. The friendly carrier keeps throwing fighters over top of the Minotaur and just continues to feed. Their excuse, and you'll see it in this battle, I will start talking about other stuff in a minute. Their excuse was that they haven't played carriers outside of bot games. This is tier 10. You do not make a profit in a carrier in a bot game past like maybe tier 7. And these guys also have about 400 games in these carriers. Or in carriers total outside of co-op. So they're not new to this. And they're not the best of players. I mean, they don't have a huge impact on this game, and my friendly Des Moines in my division absolutely decimates the enemy carrier's hangar. But it's still a very, very, how should I put it, outright example of boosting. And it was just absolutely sickening to see in the game. And you can see that Minotaur and the Hakuryu are right next to each other right now. Probably right within sight of each other. Hakuryu isn't vectoring any attack aircraft over there. Instead, it's vectoring its fighters. Yeah. So you can kind of see what's happening. And I'm going to show more of it as I pan the camera around. But I kind of wanted to move on to other topics. Wargaming has taken a harder stance against mods that give information outside of the game that generally isn't available to players in the game. So basically, anything that edits the scripts.xml file is banned now. So that'll cut out most of the aim mods. It will cut out, I forget what other mods. The shader mod was one of them though. And these were mods that could give players information that they just generally couldn't get with the regular client and would give them an unfair advantage. With shaders, it was more of knowing which parts of your ship were damaged and saturated and so on and so forth. It is going to affect some mods that are quite useful and don't really harm the player base, but hopefully Wargaming will get that sorted out. Now, I'll get into the consequences for this, but I also wanted to throw out that they updated their fair play policy, and they posted this all in a big thing on forums, so feel free to go look at this. But they did this recently after a lot of allegations that clans were boosting, not so much on NA, but other servers were taking notice of this for clan battles, that people were rigging matches, and that people were just generally being dicks in game. And there was a clan that, I don't remember who it was, but they posted a video of them in a sub-clan basically drawing a match on purpose because they matched against each other. And I'm interested to see what Wargaming happens to do about clans and sub-clans doing this, and what they do about clans moving members around, because they did state in the end of their post that the rules for clan wars would be updated because they haven't quite looked into it yet. But they did update all these fair play policies and the mod policies. The weird thing is they did update this a little bit ago when they had the problem of carriers doing the, what did they call it? The truce agreement. It was when two carriers would say they weren't attacking each other and just farm damage all game. They wouldn't go after each other. They wouldn't harm each other's planes. It was just like a handshake at the start of the game, and they wouldn't know each other, and it was harmful to the game. But we're kind of seeing that again. Not so much with carriers because, you know, what is a carrier? I can't say that. Midway's been buffed. But, I don't know. They've taken a harder stance on all this stuff. They've taken a harder stance on mods so that people can't claim aim hacks, or people don't get caught with aim hacks on stream or whatnot. And they've also kind of made the consequences very stern, I guess. It's what the consequences were for mods before, but they kind of have implemented them for fair play too, and they've made people aware of them. So it's basically, you get a warning the first time saying, hey, uninstall your shit that you have, and this is for mods. Hey, uninstall your stuff. And I'm putting this, I don't want to say it's just for mods. I'm sorry about that. It isn't just for mods. It's for everything else, but mods are just the easiest way to explain it. So say you have an aimbot. The first thing you're going to get is a warning saying you have this much time to uninstall said mod before we take further action. Let's say that time period goes past. Now your account gets a 7-day ban. Okay, so you get a 7-day ban. You get the same message saying, hey, this is why you got a ban, uninstall your mod. If this progresses for the 3rd time, or you get caught for the 3rd time, your account gets permabanned. You do not get anything back from a permaban. Your account disappears. So it's definitely a harsher stance. And of course you get the same little message. They never really change it, but it just changes it to, hey, you got permabanned. See ya. So yeah, they've done this with fair play now. And I'm hoping it changes the game a bit. I'm hoping we don't see like the allegations of clans trying to boost each other, or the allegations of clans rigging matches to gain more points. Who knows? It's just, I hope it improves the community overall. Hopefully it does the same thing for toxicity. I didn't look too hard into the rules, but it'll definitely be interesting to see how far it goes. But I definitely thought this match was a good example of it. Now, between these two carriers, just to prove that they didn't go after each other, between the two of them, they shot down 2 planes. And that was both by the friendly carrier, and I'm pretty damn sure they were spotter planes. So yeah, pretty blatant example of match rigging, and not exactly the best players in the first place. Either way, it's just, I'm really glad to see Wargaming's taking a stance on it, but I'm also really sad that players are still doing it. Like, I realize this replay was before or right during when they were changing these, but it's just really sad to see players stooping to this level, especially if you're in like a well-known clan or something. It bothers me. It does. And I know it shouldn't, because most of it's not even on the North American server, which is what I play on. But at the same time, it's like, if you enjoy this game so much, why are you even risking your account? You spent money on it. You spent countless hours playing this game. Why are you risking it? You could get banned. You could lose everything. So guys, throwing this out to you after saying all this, just don't. If you think a mod is illegal for the game that you want to try out, don't. Ask on forums, ask or message a moderator on forums if you want to. Check before using it. Usually the ones in Aslan's are good. Wargaming sometimes releases a mod pack of stuff they've approved. I'm sure some other people have stuff that's packs that they've edited to make sure there's no scripts.xml mods. But just, if you think it's not gonna fly, don't use it. Because it will eventually not work out for you. Yeah, like I said, good way to determine it. If it's not available in the game, or if it's giving you information that you couldn't tell from the game, it's probably not going to be allowed. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the whole more strict rules, more strict consequences? Sorry, I forgot the word. Just what's your opinion on this boosting that we've been seeing in general? To me, it's similar to what we saw with the carrier truces, and it's very similar almost to the bots too with the mods. But it's something we've seen before, and it's something we've seen again. So what do you guys think? Are you thinking that Wargaming's taken a strict enough stance on it that people will stop? Do you think they need to take a stronger stance against it? Or do you think that we should just, ban all mods? Which, probably not the best idea, because a lot of people enjoy their skin mods or their layout mods. But at the same time, how far can you push those? Anyway, guys, hopefully it left you with a couple questions. Hopefully it'll start a discussion. Good luck out there. Don't dig into any illegal mods. Don't start boosting you with your friends, because you might end up here. Good luck out there, and have a great day.